Hi everyone, welcome to our third video. My name is Lena.
I'm Natalie.
And today we're going to be showing you how to make a vegetable rice bowl with your choice of protein. So the main ingredients here are going to be brown rice, canned chicken or tuna, kidney beans, corn, and chickpeas. So all of these things are, or all of these ingredients are from the pantry. And we hope you enjoy this video.
Let's get started.
All right, so the first step of this meal is to prepare the rice. So we have this fancy rice cooker here that we are going to use, but if you don't have a rice cooker, it's super easy. There's instructions on the back of every package. You can go ahead and totally do it on the stove with a saucepan. But since we have this, I'm going to go ahead and use this. We are also going to double the recipe since we're making this for the both of us. But otherwise, if you're following the recipe exactly, you're just going to do 1 cup of rice, like this. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 for us. Looks about good. All right, 2 cups of rice in there. And then rice, the ratio is 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. So since I did 2 cups of rice in there, I'm going to go ahead and put 4 cups of water in here. 1. Gotta count it out so I don't forget. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and with rice, it's really important that you wash your rice before you enjoy it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my clean hands that I washed before we did this. Just mix around that rice in the water. Try to make sure it's off the bottom and everything. And then you're gonna notice a lot of different like flakes and things just loose in the water. So we're just gonna go ahead and drain that out. Trying to keep as much rice in there as possible. Oops. Oops. All right, there we go. And I'm just gonna do that one more time. All right, so we're just still washing that rice. Go ahead and dump it out one last time. Water's looking much better. Keeping as much rice in there as possible. All right, then we're just gonna fill it back up to our 4-cup mark. All right, awesome. Now, rice cooker is easy because you can just plug it in. And cook. And that's going to take about 45 minutes. Should be about the same time on the stove. But once that's close to wrapping up, then we can start the next part of the meal. So here we have the canned goods from the pantry. I'm just going to go ahead and rinse the kidney beans and the chickpeas. It's good to rinse these types of canned foods because of the extra so it's good to rinse your beans because it makes it easier for you to digest along with reducing the sodium content in the meal itself. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just show you how to rinse these. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to go ahead and start with the chickpeas. So I'll just go ahead and drain them in here. Make sure all of them got out. Perfect. Go ahead and toss that. So rinse them with cold water is what I usually do. And I usually stop once I stop seeing those bubbles. All right, those look pretty good. And now I'm going to open this can of kidney beans. I'm just going to do the same thing here. Drop them in. It's okay to rinse them together. Make sure that all the kidney beans get off the end of the can. And go ahead and rinse one more time. And that's good. So you can go ahead and grab a medium-sized pan to put our ingredients in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this to about 4.5, so medium heat. And I'm going to go ahead and add some olive oil. Whatever type of oil you want to add, you're more than welcome to. If you don't want to add any at all, that's fine. And we're just going to go ahead and let this heat up, and then we'll go ahead and add our kidney beans and our chickpeas. So I'm going to go ahead and add our kidney beans and our chickpeas to our heated up pan. Remember that I doubled the recipe, so that's why there's whole cans rather than half cans in this colander here. So now while the rice is still cooking, we're just gonna kind of focus our attention to the stovetop and go ahead and add our corn and our chicken next. So next I'm just gonna show you how to drain this canned chicken. We went with canned chicken, but if you like tuna more, that's okay. You can go ahead and have tuna instead. Oops. So go ahead and drain that out. And we're gonna do the same for our second can. And remember, this is because we're doubling our recipe, so since the both of us are going to be eating. And same thing, just drain it out. And then go ahead and open your corn. Go. Perfect. And I'm just going to go ahead and drain this by putting my finger on top and letting all of that out and keeping all that corn in. So now that I have all of these three things drained, I'm just going to add this whole can of corn. Along with both these cans of chicken. And just a reminder here that this chicken is fully cooked. So you can enjoy it cold if you'd like, but we're just gonna go ahead and heat it up here. Also, I'm gonna throw in some of my own seasoning, so feel free to add anything that you'd like. I'm not gonna measure anything, I'm just gonna do it. Eyes here, so I'm gonna throw in some pepper. Some salt. Some onion powder. And some garlic salt. I'm gonna mix it all together now. And this is just gonna be sitting for a while, and I'm gonna let it cook so that the beans and the chickpeas get soft along with the chicken while we're waiting for our rice to cook. Okay, while we wait for our rice and our bean and chicken medley to cook, I'm just going to discuss some of the nutrient content of this meal. So if you decided to use different canned goods to top off your rice bowl, you're going to have a slightly different values in this, but for this recipe, for one serving, you're going to get 260 calories from the brown rice, 125 from the canned chicken, 120 calories from the red kidney beans, about 55 calories from the corn, and 100 calories from the chickpeas. So that's great. In terms of carbohydrates, your best source in this meal is going to be from the brown rice, but there are still carbs in the kidney beans and the corn and the chickpeas. So that's awesome. The most prolific source of protein in this meal is going to be from the canned chicken or tuna if you decided to use that. If you did decide to omit the canned meat, thankfully you are still going to get some protein from the kidney beans and the chickpeas and some from the brown rice, but definitely throwing in that canned chicken or tuna is going to make a big difference in terms of protein content. There's about 25 grams of protein in just one can of chicken. So that's great. In terms of fat, again, your best source is going to be from the brown rice in this meal, but also you're still going to get some from the chicken, the corn, and the chickpeas.
So here I'm just showing you the process of this cooking. So the bean, oh, whoa. So we went ahead and covered the chicken and bean medley. I'm just going to show it cooking here. So the beans are getting nice and soft along with the chickpeas, and the chicken's starting to soften up as well. And then I'm just going to show you the rice cooker and what it kind of looks like when the rice is about to be done. So we're getting close here.
Okay, now that our rice has switched from cooked to warm, we know that it's done. So that's what the finished product should look like. Looks pretty good, nice and steamy. Be careful when you take that lid off if you are using a rice cooker, because hot steam is coming out of there. So I'm just going to use this little scoop and dish up a serving for myself. Good. Now I'm going to come on over here. Looks like our bean and chicken medley is done. Beans are nice and soft and chicken is all warmed up. So I'm just going to go ahead and help myself to a few scoops of that. Pretty good. That's what your finished product looks like. And then additionally, if you'd like, you're more than welcome to throw on any other toppings that you may like. We are going to enjoy some avocado and sour cream and sriracha on top of this. Other great toppings that you could throw on are cheese, other herb garnishes like cilantro or anything like that. Salsa is great. Some of these items can be found at the pantry as well. Otherwise, just whatever you have in your kitchen laying around. Can make a great addition. You can also throw in some different spices that may pique your interest. But yeah, you can really make it your own, customize it however you'd like, and yeah, cater to your own needs. So enjoy.
So that's the end of our dinner recipe. I hope that you enjoyed this video. So don't forget about the fill in the blank activity that you can find all the answers to throughout the video. So thanks for cooking with us, and we hope that you enjoy your meal.
Thank you. Enjoy your dinner.